We begin here. Suspected illegal miners continue to resurface at the Stilfontein Mine. Today, only 2 miners were brought to surface, including a decomposed body of a miner. South African Police Service Brigadier Athlenda Mathe says pathologists are investigating the circumstances of the death.
So there was 5 yesterday and 2 this morning. We do have a decomposed body that was brought up this afternoon. Circumstances surrounding how this individual or illegal miner died are under investigation. We can confirm that we have registered an inquest into the death. We can confirm that the pathologists have arrived. Our detectives are also on the scene, and necessary crime scene experts take over the crime scene and so on.
Mathe further says the miners are not trapped underground but are involved in illegal mining operations. She says they may be heavily armed, so police won't risk their lives by going underground. Let's take you now to SABC News reporter Stilfontein Mine, who is at the site in Stilfontein and joins us live now this afternoon. Stilfontein, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. So we now understand, according to police, they are underground of their own accord and they are not trapped. They are believed to be taking part in what's believed to be illegal mining activities. But I'd like us to talk about this body that has now been discovered. What else do we know?
Good afternoon to you, Bongi, and our viewers. Indeed, this situation here has created quite a number of complexities. Questions around whether or not these illegal mine workers are underground by their own accord and why they cannot come up from underground the same way they went down. And having spoken to one of the community leaders here and some of those volunteers who are assisting the different mine workers to actually resurface, they've explained that the modus operandi used by these illegal mine workers is to actually assist each other to anchor down using ropes and such to go underground, and without others waiting for them on the surface, this cannot be done. They are unable to actually carry themselves from underground using those roping system, considering that they are significantly malnourished and don't have the strength to actually rope themselves up. We understand that the circumstances that have led to the deceased that was retrieved earlier today have not been fully understood, but we anticipate that the investigations will lead to, conditions that emanate from malnutrition and lack of hydration and matters like that. But having spoken to some of the volunteers, they're painting to us quite a bleak picture. A situation where, while it was somewhat easy for these illegal mine workers to make their way underground, given the circumstances of job, the lack of job opportunities, adverse poverty, and not having other options, many find themselves forced to go underground. They make their way underground, but with the intensification of Vala Umgodi and, just keeping community members away from these shafts, it has made it near impossible for them to actually make their way up. But I'm just going to allow you now to have a sneak preview into our discussion with one of the volunteers as he described the motivating factors and the situation that they are facing here in the shaft. This is what they had to say earlier.
All right, Stilfontein, we'll try and bring that clip there as soon as we can. But I do understand that you do have a community member with you there who is ready to give us the very latest in terms of what has been taking place, and particularly even the different accounts, as you say, from some of those who are coming from underground.
Indeed, we have engaged with quite a number of the volunteers, and we've actually managed to keep one of the community leaders on site here to discuss with us. The situation looks extremely dire. You've had engagements with entities like the Human Rights Commission to actually amplify this call for intensified action. Tell us about the situation that we're seeing here and, the circumstances that are leading these illegal mine workers to be unable to resurface by themselves.
Thank you very much for having me. We actually met with the authorities 4 weeks back when we were approached as the activities in mining that are here to say we are worried of our people, brothers, cousins, husband, that they are not coming back. It's been more than 3 months, and we hear there's an operation of Vala Umkoti. Now, the worry from them was that they couldn't communicate or have anything from underground. So we had to stand up as leaders. We approached the authorities to say, what is your plan? And as leaders, we are supporting the Operation Valumkoti. But we are saying, as you close the entrance of the essential transportation and everything, what was your due diligence to make sure that at least you are warning them or retrieving them from underground? Now, that's when we started planning of the program of them helping them to resurface, and our plan was that they must all exit at Margaret Shaft because they still have the equipments there. There is a catch. Now, the challenge that we have, hence we are here, is that number 10, it's not like the Margaret Shaft and they cannot reach there. That's what they're saying. So we had to come up with a plan to go. In fact, it's the authorities that ask us, go to the communities, mobilize community, have people that have experience to assist in this regard, because as authority we don't have the capacity to do so. We did that, and we came with a plan to say, here are the people that are volunteering. We all signed the indemnity forms. We came here. Then we had a clear picture as leaders. The dynamics of these two shafts are not the same. In this shaft, it's about 1,800 meters, close to 2 kilometers going down. And how did they go there? It means there were operators on surface that would assist them to go down. Now, when Operation Valamkoti came, it means these people were not able to go on site to assist or communicate with the people. Hence, they became, helpless because there was no more communication. That's why we came in to say, despite what is happening, despite us saying the law must take its course on the illegal mining, but we shouldn't do that at the expense of creating a new problem of, suffocating people, causing a genocide underground.
And your biggest fear has emerged with the resurfacing or the rescue of the deceased mine worker. It speaks to your worries that there may be plenty more deceased who need emergency retrieval.
It is proven indeed. Yesterday we at least managed to help resurface 5 people, and they told us with the authorities that everyone underground is sick, everyone there is helpless because they are eating Colgate. They are eating Colgate in the palm of their hands mixed with vinegar and salt just to survive. They are sleeping next to the deceased. So we then requested to the authorities to say, because the system of pulling them with rope, it's slow. We agree, it is slow. But what we are trying to do, we're trying to be fast. 50 people must at least pull 1 person up per time. And that exercise takes about 45 minutes. Only that exercise. So we did request the authorities to say, in the meantime, we are pulling them up. Let's at least send water, maybe soft porridge, to at least assist them to gain strength.
Are those that can come up by themselves able to? Why aren't they coming up by themselves?
They can't because there's no operator on top. Remember, operational Valumkoti, they don't want any operator on top. This is the grace that we agreed to say, okay, let's allow them to come, at least assist these people. The reason we got 5 is because they now agreed to say, no, they can come, we're not going to arrest them. You understand? But what we'll do as authority, as they are resurfacing, the law will take its course, and we are not standing on their way for that.
So you need intensified action to go underground and retrieve those who are unable to anchor themselves up.
Government has capacity. government can assist on that regard only to save life. Section 11 of the Constitution says everybody has a right to life, and we cannot characterize death based on the foreign and our own national. Death is death. So we're saying government must assist as they do have capacity, unless what was said by the minister and the spokesperson, that they are standing, they are not going to assist criminal. That it says to us, it is deliberate, they are killing them, it's genocide.
Do we have a certain number of those who remain underground? Because we are understanding that from the figures that were given from yesterday, and so you said 4,500, the police are saying that is a bit of an overstatement.
It is alleged. We cannot confirm because we've never been underground. Even the police cannot confirm that. They've never been, they are not trained. They said it themselves. They are not capacitated to do that. And to us, this is the security cluster that we must trust as South Africans. So if they are saying they cannot do anything, and whilst we are trying, we are helpless and disappointed. Therefore, the number that we are going to agree upon, it's of somebody that comes from underground.
And that number?
That number, they said it's over 4,000. So it's 4,500.
4,500 mine workers, illegal mine workers in that matter, still stuck underground, according to the community leadership here and the volunteers, appealing to government and police and the South African National Defence Force to assist in intensifying the rescue operations here. They say that their current modus operandi of retrieving the workers one at a time using a rope pulley system is not working. From us here in Stilfontein, back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Stilfontein, and we will bring you that clip there of how the operation is going on underground as soon as we can. That's Stilfontein, SABC News reporter.